What's up, guys? We're doing the weekend all signs. It's gonna be like an energy check-in. What you got going on for this weekend, and just know it may or may not resonate with your story. Also, you could check your other placements if you do know your other placements as well. Or it could be in a reverse. I do note that down below for you guys to know that it could be just also the energy around you, or it could be in the reverse, or check your other placements as well. All right. And thank you guys for the new subscribers and the comments, even if it is like comments as suggestions or so. I do appreciate them as well because I am a new channel. So constructive criticism is also welcome, as well as like feedback. So I really do appreciate the ones that are on my page and giving me advice, because then I know what to work on as well. Okay, thank you guys as well for the support. All right. And if it does resonate, guys, please like, subscribe, or comment on this video. So, Aries, we're going to start with your energy check-in for this weekend. You guys, your first card, you got the star in the reverse. And then you got the Four of Cups that came out in the off center, as well as another one that came in the off center, which was the Six of Cups. I feel like here you're feeling really disconnected from yourself, or like you're going through a period where you're feeling disconnected from yourself. And it may be due in regards to maybe some people that you are around, or maybe that you associated with in the past. Maybe it's just like an energy that's just lingering around at this time due to you it's making you conflicted. There's like an energy that is around you at this time. And it may be because you might have past people that are popping up, or maybe just people and a certain energy that won't like go. Okay. And it not all energy is bad. I feel like it's just you're trying to get your head on right, Aries. And some people in your life right now is not going to be like, especially if you're on a higher timeline than them, or you're trying to get to a higher timeline. I feel like depending on which energy is around you, it can make you feel confused and conflicted, especially if it's low vibrational. Now, if it's high vibrational, you wouldn't really be feeling this conflicted. So you're kind of having energy just going back and forth of, well, where you're thinking like about the past, because we had the Four of Cups in the off center. You are meditating, but because it came in the off center, the energy is kind of iffy, as well as the Six of Cups, where you are thinking about the past. And it may not even be like bad things that you are thinking about. It could just be that, you know, you're thinking about, okay, what you went through, and how you got through, like how you went about going with like certain things, and how you reacted with certain things, and like what you could be doing better so far as like circumstances. And that could be in regards to love, family situations. I see here it could be family situations, or even past love or even current love, where it's making you feel like nostalgic. Okay. And that's normal. And I feel like you are meditating on it. I feel like you are trying to get yourself out of this mentality where you're feeling conflicted. So that's your energy for this weekend. I do see you getting out of this because, like I said, it came in the off. Some two cards came in the off center. So you're kind of like good, and then you get in this period where you're thinking about things, but it's not all bad. A lot of it is just thinking like, oh, how much you overcame throughout this time, and like comparing yourself from the past, because you would not be the person that you are right now if you did not go through the things that you went through. And I feel like that's pretty much what it is. Like you're reflecting on how far that you came, like so far, and what you could work better on. This has to be resonating because my head is starting to try to stick up. Stay down. All right. What's the advice for my Aries? Okay. You know what? We're just going to focus on this. The advice is continue working and focusing on the present, and don't focus on the past or the future. Focus on the present, because right now you are in a good place right now, Aries. And I feel like it's not even just weekend vibes. It's just energy for this weekend. Like, don't get stuck too much in the past. Focus on the present, because you have a lot of good things that's coming in the future. All right. Anyways, what's after Aries? It is Taurus. They're going to be short messages due to the fact that I still need to get a lot of storage on my phone. Like, my phone carries a lot of nonsense in this phone. All right, Taurus. What is your energy check-in for this weekend? What's the energy check-in for this weekend for Tauruses? Taurus, today is a good day to go ground yourself. The weather is beautiful. All right, especially if you live in the East Coast. All right, Taurus. What is your energy check-in for this weekend? That one, a lot of off centers, I feel like it today. All right. Get one more. We have the Hangman that came in the off center. That was a little iffy. Then we got the Seven of Cups. And then we got the Five of Pentacles. All right. So you guys are getting a new perspective in regards to something, but it's kind of, because it came in the off center, the energy is kind of iffy. So you're dwelling and it's kind of like you're going back and forth in between your thoughts, Taurus, in regards to something particular. All right. All right. You're thinking of stuff right now, and you're getting a clarity, deep clarity in regards to a situation. And I think it had to do in regards to some type of an illusion that possibly that you were under, or maybe it had to do with a choice that you made in the past choices. And I think it had to be in regards to a water sign. All right. Somebody was playing in your energy, I feel. Okay. And Taurus, this is one of your cards with the Five of Pentacles here. All right. You may be in worry and you may be feeling insecure this weekend. All right. And I feel like it had to do, like, this could be past, but I feel like you are thinking about something from the past in particular. And you may be going through certain losses right now. And I feel like the reason why you're dwelling on this weekend is because of a particular person, a water sign that was in your life. Now, this person could still be in your life, but I feel like they maintain some type of distance in between you two. And you're really having like a deep clarity in regards to what went wrong within this situation. And I don't know, maybe you want to communicate with this person, but you're kind of up and down about it. And I feel like I got the same message kind of that was similar not long ago in regards to one of your messages. All right. You're feeling a loss. I feel like you're really worried about either person this person in particular. And I feel like you are being apologetic. Like, you do want to come in with some like apology to this person. All right. Um, I do feel here that you want to have, like, I don't know, Taurus, you're kind of up and down. Even with your energy, it's a little up and down. I feel like you really, Spirit, listen, what's the advice on this situation? I feel like here you really are dwelling on something from the past, but it's a clear, like, you're having a clear perspective of what went wrong and what you could have did better in regards to handling the situation. All right. You're going through a lot of losses at this time, and I feel like you're thinking back in regards to a certain individual that may have, like, if you're going through something right now, the one person possibly that you're thinking about would be there for you possibly right now. You want to bring an offer of an apology, or maybe it could be a love situation possibly, but listen, Spirit wants you to know that there's a lot for you to offer if you do apologize to this person, but it has to be like whole heart, like you got to do it from the heart. Okay, this person's going through some type of transformation, and you are also, Taurus. If you do that, so far as an apology, you will get the really big transformation that will change your life. Okay. Anyways, what is after? That's Gemini. All right, Gemini. What is your aura check-in for this weekend? What is Gemini's energy check-in for this weekend? What is Gemini's energy check-in for this weekend? Let me get one more. You guys got the Five of Pentacles in a reverse. You guys got the Temperance in the upright and the Empress in the upright. You guys are having a very good weekend because I feel like here you may have had a really good week, possibly, or you're going to go into a really good week. Where this energy right now of how you're going to be feeling from this weekend up until possibly forward, that you're going to have like blessings coming in here because of the Five of Pentacles here. You're coming out of, you're improving your finances right now and you're seeing change. Like right now, you could be very happy right now, Gemini. All right. You're coming out of a period of a financial loss and you're recovering. So if you felt like you was flat on your feet for a while, like you're coming into like these blessings and you're starting to see change. Like if you're not seeing it right now, I believe for like this is the energy that's going to be going slowly into September. Okay? We got the Temperance card here. You're feeling very balanced. So if you were feeling imbalanced before, you're feeling very balanced at this time. All right. You've been working on grounding yourself in a healthy way. And I'm talking about you've really been grounding yourself and making really good, smart, like changes. All right. You've been thinking a lot before you actually make moves, and you're starting to see that. Like when you think about what you're going to do with your next move, you're thinking it logically like a Gemini. All right. Listen, with the Empress here, listen, that's such good energy because like you are really growing. You're growing, like you're going to be growing. September looks like a really good month for you guys. Excuse me, what's wrong? Apollo wanted to say hi, guys. Um, Listen, I see abundance all the way for so like this energy is gonna be lingering with you not only for this weekend, it's gonna be lingering with you up until it's September. All right. You had a really good message here. You don't even need advice. What's your motivational message? Since with this is like motivational. You could be, listen, I see here like you may be actually falling back and actually enjoying like your progress this weekend where you're going to be just hanging out. All right. And you might be thinking about like the things that you went through in the past, but you're going to be like grateful that you went through really hard times and be accepting more now of the future. You're going to be kicking your feet up and you may have a few drinks this weekend, which is, listen, there's nothing wrong with having a few drinks, all right? Somebody here, like, you're well deserving at this point to actually, like, do things and not be criticized for it, all right? Even if people are criticizing, if you're not being criticized, you're not doing something right, all right, Gemini? Self-appreciation is your motivational message. You guys, you got to be very like loving towards yourself this weekend and appreciate the hard times because you're going into blessings right now. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Gemini, 100% this is your message right now due to the fact that don't be uncomfortable with a lot of changes right now. Be accepting of the changes and definitely write down like like listen, I feel like Gemini, maybe you were manifesting in the past, but listen, you're in your full power right now where if you do write stuff down at this time with pen and paper, pencil paper, whatever you prefer to use, that you'll start seeing more your blessings the right way. All right. And start pouring more love into yourself. Like definitely give yourself like a Epsom salt bath or shower. All right. And cleanse yourself. Like have more self-care. If you haven't shaved in a while, you'll have time to do that this weekend. I feel like this is all about you this weekend, focusing on yourself and your mental health and your like just your body, mind, and soul. That's it. Okay. So Gemini. What's after Gemini? It's gonna be Leo. No, Cancer. Cancer. Apollo, are you all right in there? he's having some issues. I don't know, like, that cat is so odd sometimes. All right, Cancer. What is your or check-in for this weekend? What is your energy check-in for this weekend, Cancer? What is your energy check-in for this weekend, Cancer? Okay. Whoa. Okay. Lord, that wanted to come out like that. We got Justice and the Upright. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Upright. Then we have the Chariot, which is your card, Cancer, in the reverse. There's something's being balanced out in your life, Cancer, when it comes to um either earth sign or an air sign. All right? It's like cause and effect energy here, where you might be getting some type of justice in regards to something that was a little like ridiculous in the past. It could also be in the reverse that I'm seeing here, but we'll just take it as because it's in the or like it could possibly be in the reverse. I'm just gonna say that it's like this is you. You may possibly be getting justice in regards to unfair treatment that you went through in the past. All right. You may be a parent. All right, definitely a parent of some sort, whether that's fur babies or people like a human being, and you're being very practical in the way that you handle things from now on because of the stuff that you went through, and it may have been a particular person that you was dealing with, and it's like you're you're becoming financially abundant at this time, but you need to have self-discipline here. I said the Chariot. Okay, you may be dealing with another Cancer, or this might be your energy, but you may have went like what you need to do is you need to focus on yourself right now. All right, and don't worry about nobody else, because I feel like this weekend you might have somebody coming in your energy that might throw you off, and this person does lack direction. So while you are, working, you might be working this weekend, okay? Because I see here that you're a working parent, so you're probably working because you have a lot of bills possibly that you have accumulated over the time, but it's not nothing that you can't handle. But listen, you guys either have an air sign or an earth sign that's in your energy that are possibly, or it could be another water sign that is in your energy that is trying to like, I don't know. It's like this person doesn't have any discipline when it comes to themselves, all right? And I feel like here, like they lack direction a lot with themselves, where they want to come in and they see that you're being financially stable and handling your business. Might be a baby mom or a baby dad, I don't know, but they want to come in and throw you off. That's the energy that I'm getting here. But there's going to be some type of justice in regards to this, because something is unfair here. If this person's continuously trying to throw you off, Cancer, in regards to how you are and how, like what you do, then you are to receive some type of justice, because I feel like it's been multiple times that this person's been trying to do this. All right, what's the advice on somebody trying to do this to Cancer? What's the advice? My advice is just to ignore this effery. All right, and don't even pay attention to anybody trying to throw you off, even if it is one particular person, because I feel like here they're gonna be trying to be petty. This may be somebody. Focus on your own money, because this is until death tear us apart. You might be married to this person or divorcing, but this is also the Saturn card, which focuses on your career. So just focus on work and your career, and don't even pay attention to the background, because this is just background energy or energy that is around you, but don't even focus on it because it's nonsense. Listen, Leo, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like there's some type of weird energy here, possibly. Or maybe you were around some weird energy. I have to like just cleanse for a minute, because when I started, I didn't even start to read yet, but I can feel that's probably going to be some effery. I don't know. I'm getting a weird feeling that your energy is a little, or people, it's just the energy got a little weird. Or I can feel that it's about to be a little weird. All right. All right. Let's do your message. Leo. What is the energy check-in for my Leos? What is the energy check-in for Leo? What is my energy check-in for Leo? You guys have the Ten of Swords in reverse. You feel like, listen, you guys are coming at like you guys are in a period right now where you are going through like a recovery because there's been some losses here. There's been some pain here in regards to what you're going through. Like you feel like it can't get any worse than this right now, Lord Leo. And with the Page of Pentacles, you're trying to right now you want financial, like right now you want financial opportunity. You may be going through some type of job loss or maybe just something that you lost something. All right. It has to do in regards to finances though, where you feel like they're like you're trying to manifest and have new financial opportunities because you feel like whatever opportunity that you was in or how you was making money was it's nothing but a loss. Like you have lost something here. You're going through a transition. 222 on the timer. You guys got listen. This could be your energy. I'm getting this could be your energy, Leo. Okay? We got the Emperor in the reverse. I feel like Leo, this could definitely be your energy where because it's, listen, I'm just getting that this could just be your energy overall because we're doing an energy checking. All right? You may have had a lack of discipline in the past when it came to many things, your finances, especially. There was no discipline when it came to your finances, where now you're like in a like this situation where you feel like you can't get out of a financial like loss, or it's just building up at this point. Like if you have rent to pay, or if you have certain like things that need to be paid off, like a car note or like maybe rent or like just something that you really have to pay for, like you may have gone through like a transition where the way that you was making money you're no longer making that money, or you were going through some type of like transition, okay, where your finances are all over the place, where because you lacked discipline in the past, and that may have been because maybe you was going out too much, or maybe you were just spending your money on the wrong things. All right. That could be many things. It doesn't necessarily need to be like rent or car. It could just be from like eating out too much. There is a Leo here that eats out too much when you could be cooking at home, or just like being more smarter with your money. I feel like this is like with your finances. This is a finance check-in for you, Leo. All right. And then also you may possibly be going through a breakup as well. And or maybe you're just not even just a breakup, but you could be reminiscing. I see here a lot of reminiscing in regards to past. And this could be even your childhood. It's going back as far as your childhood. But like you are reminiscing over like the happy memories that you had in the past when you weren't stuck in this little like situation. And listen, my advice is, because I feel like here you might be very moody this weekend, Leo, because you're just like stuck. I feel like here you might be stuck now reminiscing about the past, and you shouldn't be reminiscing about the past because, right, like listen, I feel like the reason why you're a little stuck, Leo, or feel like you're stuck is because you're focusing on the past when you should be focusing on the present and being thankful. Like I see here a Leo that's not being very grateful, or should be as grateful for what they have right now. You have many things to celebrate, and it shouldn't always be the losses that you are reflecting on. You should also be reflecting on the stuff that you went through, to like that you gone through in the past, and trying to make better of your situation. And if you know you could do better in your situation, then do that. But also, if it's just minor things, it doesn't even need to be finances, but just like if you have a happy family, you need to be grateful for that. If you have family that supports you, you should be 100% thankful for that. And also for your ancestors and whoever you pray to, you got to make sure that you are saying thank you to them, as well as like, you know, somebody here is also does do certain practices possibly, but you're not being as thankful. Like, it could be anything, religion, or just like if you pray to something specific, you're not being as thankful, Leo. Make sure that you are saying thank you to whoever you pray to, because I feel like maybe you're going through a transition where you're forgetting. All right. So you need to go back into this routine where you are being more grateful for what you have, not for what you lost in the past or what you've gone through in the past. Um, what's the advice for my Leos for this weekend and this check-in? Listen, once you start like focusing on what you actually have right now and not the past, stop focusing on losses from the past or even with like bad things. You got to be open. This is the open card to receive. You got to be open to a different mindset, Leo, to be grateful for what you have right now in this moment. You can be easily triggered, or you could be easily like dwelling off into like the past very easily. So stop doing, my advice is stop doing that. Due to the, because I feel like here you would be much happier, and you would be able to reflect and think about like what you could be doing better if you are going through some type of loss. But I see here it's something here that you're able to easily change or like work on if you just redirect your brain and your mind. Stop reflecting on past situations and stop reflecting on situations that you cannot control. Okay, if it's something that you went through that was really traumatic, not even just for you, or if you have family members or kids, don't reflect too much on that. Reflect on what you could be doing differently for what's now. Okay, anyways, and then I guess work out from there. Work from there. That's what I meant. And because you'll start seeing changes if you just work on your own progress and what needs to be done right now in this moment, not the past. All right? Because you got to make some changes within your life, Leo. And I feel like once you get, like, my advice is to also, like, start writing stuff down and, like, set a goal for yourself for the end of the week. Make sure you're doing your goals. Somebody here does do that, but they drifted off a little bit because they're focusing on this, that, and certain things that don't even matter. All right? Anyways, Leo. What is after Leo? Virgo. What's up, Virgos? I don't know what happened to the video. I had to restore your cut. All right. So we have the Four of Cups here. You might be meditating or reflecting on a lot of things this weekend, Virgo. I feel like here you're really trying to change. You're really trying to change. All right. You are like really reevaluating a lot of things that went on in the past. I feel not even just past, but like just reflecting. You're reflecting this weekend. This is the energy that's falling through. Listen, my hair tends to like try to stick up when I do some of these reads. It could be resonating possibly, but I feel like here you're becoming more like your heart is starting to expand and open up a little bit more. And I feel like you want to go towards a Queen of Cups. It could be a water sign. Okay, any water sign, but I see here because we have the Four of Wands. It could be somebody with Aries placements. It could be Scorpio. Okay, you might be dealing with a Scorpio or somebody with Cancer placements. All right, this person is going through like they're very healing individual, and I feel like you're like watching this person. I don't know. I'm getting here that you might be watching somebody in particular, and I feel like you're really trying to change your ways, because I feel like in the past, maybe the way that you were going about certain things in your life, you weren't seeing any direction or change with yourself. Like I feel like you're really trying to change within. Within I see a Virgo that's really trying to change within. and you want to come back. I feel like you want to go in this person's life and like make it more, not even just stable for yourself, but I feel like here you want to come back with somebody and you want it to be just like beautiful for this person. I don't know. It could be in the reverse, but I feel like here you're having some type of an epiphany in regards to some type of situation that you dealt with in the past. And it's like now you want to come forward and bring this person a commitment. I feel like you want to go towards a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're working on your healing this weekend. This is your energy check-in. You're working on healing because you know that this person is changing and healing themselves. And I feel like here that you're also doing the same thing so far as like healing yourself, Virgo, because you notice that once you do inner child healing and working on yourself, that you notice that there's a change with even yourself and the way that you move when you are meditating. Maybe you're somebody here that was a little skeptical in regards to meditating. And maybe you never thought about meditating, but you do realize that this person that you want to go towards meditates and maybe they are very healing. You know, this person is very healing. This is somebody here that you're separated from, or maybe you guys just stopped talking. I don't know. I see here there's like some type of like you're longing for this person because you're not with them anymore. Okay? What's the advice? What's the advice, Spirit, when it comes to this individual? Or even the situation for the Virgo. Virgo, you're going to be meditating and really doing your thing this weekend. You might be in hermit mode this weekend, but I feel like it's because you're trying to heal. You're doing a lot of healing. You might try to actually journal this weekend. I see here Virgo. There's a Virgo here that's going to try to meditate. You're going to try to do something different with your inner healing. You might actually try to journal things. I don't know. I'm seeing here that there's some type of like change here. What's the advice for my Virgos on this situation? You might actually be, listen, I don't know. Are you guys getting sick? I see here somebody might be getting sick. You're going through seasonal allergies, I think. I don't know. So weird. I don't know if that's going to resonate. That might not resonate with all. Somebody's here throat is itchy. Advice is not to focus on partying and continue not focusing on partying, because right now I don't see you partying right now. I see here that people are going to come out this weekend. People might invite you to go out. They might. But I feel here that you might be saying no. Or Spirit's advice is maybe say no to going out to partying because you realize that your own energy is it. Okay? Or that could be the advice because maybe you are partying and just as the Spirit wants you to not go out and party. Stay in your own energy, because I feel like here you might have some weird people in your energy, 444 in a timer, because you're starting to get like good energy, so everyone's gonna want to be around you, Virgo. Anyway, whatever. What's the energy check-in for Libra? My throat started getting really dry. Somebody doesn't want me to talk for you, Libra? I don't know. Whatever. Libra, what's your energy check-in for this weekend? What's the energy check-in for this weekend for my Libras? What's the energy check-in? What's the energy check-in for Libra? What's the energy check-in? What's my energy check-in for Libra for this weekend? All right, so you guys, I don't know. Are you guys traveling this weekend? You guys might be traveling this weekend. Possibly. I don't know. I do see here there's some type of fast movement. I don't know if you on an airplane or maybe you driving. Maybe you driving towards something. I don't know. You guys are going through some type of financial loss, possibly. Or maybe you're feeling like a lack of, like you're feeling some type of loss here. Or you might be isolating. Okay. I think I got this now. You guys might be in isolation right now due to something that really irritated you, possibly in the past. Okay? You're avoiding conflict and you are isolating yourself this weekend. This is the energy check-in that I'm getting here. You may be agreeing to disagree. You might be fighting with somebody here, maybe more than one person. You might be arguing with them. I don't know. I'm getting here. There's a disagreement in regards to a specific individual, possibly, but then it became more than a specific person. You're avoiding conflict and you might be listen, you might be isolating yourself where you might go on a trip because we got the 8 of Wands here, and that's like fast movement. You might be driving real fast. Slow the hell down, Libra. Slow down. All right. Something is coming in really fast, but I feel like you might be going towards something that's fast and isolating yourself and maybe just going for a drive. Or maybe you going on for, like, you are taking some type of road trip or you going on some type of like travel. Possibly. Okay? Because you're isolating yourself. Okay? You need to sit back and reflect on a lot of things right now because you're just tired of people. You're tired of fighting with people, and I feel like you tired of being in like crappy situations. And listen, you're agreeing to disagree because I feel like maybe you were arguing with more than one person, possibly. I don't know. I'm getting here that there's some differences here, and you might be possibly just like avoiding people at this time. You're isolated. What is the advice on this? What is the advice? Listen. What is the advice for Libra? Libra, you might be just isolating this weekend and keeping to yourself because you're tired of people this weekend. And it could be in more than one person that you having disagreements with, and it doesn't even matter who it is. You trying to get away and you're going towards something fast. You might be going on a little travel this weekend. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Spirit wants you, the advice is continue just working on yourself and being, like, listen, harmonious with yourself and just harmonious with yourself. This is a harmony card. Just stay in your own energy this weekend because I feel like here, like the energy is already a little iffy. I feel it might be more than one person that's really ticking you off. All right, it's in regards to something particular here, and you are sick and tired. And I feel like here the advice is to just stay in your own energy because that's the best way is to stand back from the situation, analyze, and just because you notice that when you are involved with certain situations or people that they are in your way when it comes to your own energy. So just stay in your own energy. Don't even deal with the people. Like, people will want to come towards you because they like your reaction to certain things. That's what I'm seeing here. Just step back, do what you're doing to isolate yourself because these people, I feel like a lot of people just want to piss you off this weekend, possibly. And you're just going to choose to isolate yourself because you're tired of dealing with something particular. Okay? Anyways, you're tired of arguing with people. All right, Libra, it's Scorpio's turn. All right, Scorpio. What is your energy check-in for this weekend? What is your energy check-in for this weekend? What is Scorpio's energy check-in for this weekend? These cards be hard as hell and wide. I don't know if this camera be catching this. It catches like every little thing, like breath. So like I know you guys heard that. This is very similar to Taurus's message. This one, that's so weird. It's like almost the same cards as Taurus. Let me get one more. Let me get one more on. Okay. Somebody trying to cast some type of an illusion, Scorpio. All right. This person, this King of Pentacles, there's a Virgo that's in your energy or a Leo that's in your, it's either a Leo or a Virgo that's in your energy. Or it could, okay. It could either be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Leo that's in your energy that's trying to provide, like, that's trying to provide some financial loss for you. They're trying to create some type of an illusion over your eyeballs. And they're trying. They're not really getting too far, though. They're trying to cast some type of an illusion. All right? So that way you can go through some type of loss. Financial loss. It's not going to work, though. And if it is working, I need you, Scorpio, to keep your head on right. Because somebody here, this person is obsessed with wealth and status. And they see you coming, like, they see you going through some type of status, like good status. And they want to see you have, or maybe they're going through some material loss where they want to see you financially, like, not independent or go through a financial loss. But this person is silly. All right? Just so, like, listen, this person, they see you doing good and they want to come in and provide some financial loss for you this weekend and try to cast some type of illusion over your eyeballs. They're fucking with the energy. What is this person's problem? Now I'm going to get my deck. What is this person's problem? This King of Pentacles, this Leo or Virgo here. I think it's a Leo or a Virgo that's trying to cast some type of a stupid illusion over your eyes. They're obsessed with making money. They see you doing good and they want to compare. This person's going to get karma if they don't stop playing around. All right? Because I don't know, like, what type of fucking nonsense. They're going to go through a karma for trying to cast some type of an illusion over your eyes. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to mess in your energy to get you conflicted in regards to your finances. But I see here, Scorpio, you're not going to be playing with that because you're not stupid. All right? All right. But I want to get some more information. Who is this person, this Leo or Virgo, that's trying to cast some type of an illusion? This person acts like they're trying to play God within your life and your steps. That's what I see here. They're trying to be God in the way that you live. This person's an illusionist. I need you guys to know that. This person is an illusionist. Trust the universe at this time, Scorpio. 222 on a timer. And it's funny because I just saw 222 on the timer. Trust the universe at this time. If you are going through some financial loss because of some type of stupid an illusion, just know that it's not going to happen. Like, just trust in the universe because the universe has something good coming in and it could be dharma, not karma. This person here that's trying to cast this illusion is going to get karma if they keep playing in your energy. Just know that. Focus on your mental health at this time, all right? Because right here, I feel like because you got illusions that somebody's trying to cast over you, they might be fucking with your mental health and the way that you move this weekend. So this is an energy check-in. Focus on your mental health due to the fact that this person's trying to paint some type of an illusion. They're going for your root chakra and they're going for your solar plexus as well as your sacral. And I need you to be mentally like clear with how you're doing things because they're trying to fuck with your finances. This person wants to come in with conflicts because they are conflicts. All right. Your spirit. I feel like here, like, listen, you might be a fairy or maybe you have fairy. Listen, if they don't cut it out, I feel like here, if you are a part of the fairy world, even if you don't know that, this person, or maybe this person works with fairies. All right. Maybe it's the type of energy. They might work with air. All right. Or earth. It's definitely an earth sign or some type of, or it's in a Leo. All right. Anyways, that's weird. Earth. Anyways, after Scorpio. No, let's get your advice on this situation. What's Scorpio's advice on this situation? I feel like I already went through this, but we're gonna get a card for this. What is Scorpio's advice for this illusionist? Somebody feels like they being illusionist when they really not an illusionist. They better cut it out. They better cut it out because karma. This person's gonna they trust in divine timing when it comes to this person, and trust in divine timing so far as your own blessings, because when you turn the clock off, you're gonna start seeing change. All right. Anyways, after Scorpio is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is your aura check-in for this weekend? What is the energy check-in for Sagittarius? What is the energy check-in for this weekend? What is the energy check-in for Sagittarius? What is the energy check? Oh, okay. 3. Listen, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but you guys are like, a Sagittarius. You guys might be possibly going, like, I don't know. You feel like it can't get any worse from right here? Or you're resisting some type of, like, change. I don't know. You're going through some type of ending, I feel like. You're realizing here that you may possibly be going through some type of ending. All right? And it might be in regards to a person. It's either a water sign or an air sign that you feel like right now it can't get any worse to where you are right now. Due to the fact that you're trying to resist an ending. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. You're resisting an ending with somebody here that used to communicate with you and be very direct in regards to their feelings. And also, like, you used to communicate with somebody specific here that's going to be on your mind. And I feel like right now, like, you're trying to resist a change or an ending. And you don't know how to go about by talking to this person because you're realizing here that this person doesn't want to talk to you. Or they put high boundaries up that they don't know how to deal with you possibly. And maybe they're communicating this to you this weekend. I don't know. With the King of Wands, this is definitely your energy here. All right. You're somebody here that expects you have high expectations. You have very high expectations when it comes to this individual, this water sign or air sign. And I feel like here that you have certain expectations within yourself where you expect this individual to also have the same expectations, but it can't be realistic because the person here, the Queen of Swords, they're very logic when it comes to the way they move and the way that they handle things. All right. They're very independent. So I feel like here, maybe you're seeing this person be independent and you don't want them to be independent or you want to be in their life. But the way that you're thinking this weekend is not clear. Because your expectations of this individual is unrealistic because they're their own person. You can't force them to be somebody else, Sagittarius. All right. All right. What is your advice when you deal with this or this situation? What's your advice? What's your advice when it comes to this individual? The advice is to get out of your ego and sit down, Sag, because I feel like you expect too much of this individual. Okay? You expect too much of this individual to the point where you're going to be frustrated this week. You're going to be thinking about why you are worried about somebody else's expectations of themselves more than your own. Your biggest competition is going to be yourself, not somebody else. All right? You need to get out of your ego and worry about yourself. Spirit wants you to focus on yourself and your own energy, not somebody else's. Because the person that you're thinking about, that you want to communicate, and that you're not, because there's some type of ending here, or maybe you are starting to see that there's some type of ending here. And I feel like here, you're not getting over the situation, or you're dwelling. I see here a lot of dwelling. But you're also fighting with yourself in your own mind because you're going back and forth with yourself. Oh, well, if I didn't do this, or maybe they didn't do this, then I wouldn't. No. I'm sorry. I'm seeing a Sagittarius that's fighting with themselves mentally. You're having an argument with yourself. Like, you might actually be sitting in your room or outside talking to yourself because you don't know how to get over this situation, or you are blaming. I see a lot of pointing fingers, but you're so stuck in your ego that you are not focusing on what you did wrong. Stop arguing with yourself this weekend. Somebody here is arguing with themselves. If you don't cut it out, Sag, please listen. I don't listen. We all be fighting with ourselves, but listen. I need you to get your head on straight for this aura check-in. And instead of combating and a lot of mental cluttering, okay, why don't you write these feelings down? You'll feel better, okay? If you write them down instead of like looking yourself in the mirror and talking shit. I don't know. Somebody here is talking a lot of crap to themselves or acting as if the person's standing right there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Practice. But when it comes to this individual, I think like you just need, listen, get your head on right, Sagittarius. This is a funny message. What is wrong with you guys? Listen, go for a walk, please. Okay? Somebody here lives close to water. Go into the water, please. Place your feet in the water, or maybe just take a cold shower. Somebody here could really benefit from a cold shower due to the fact that it could calm your nerves and your thoughts, or just bring you back into life of where you're not and you're like just feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. All right. Anyways, funny message. Capricorn, what is your energy check-in for this week? What is your energy check-in for this week? Okay. I don't know what flew off first. We got the Fool card here. You're holding back from something. You're being very indecisive in regards to something, or somebody is being indecisive towards you, Capricorn. They're holding back from you, and I feel like you're getting more frustrated as this person holds back from you. Okay? You might be getting a little you might snap out this weekend, or maybe it could be in the reverse. This person might snap out on you due to the fact that somebody here is being very indecisive to their choices and what they want. It might be a love situation. All right. This person that you want to go towards, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. All right. Because the King of Wands is here. Could be a fire sign here. This person is seeing the bigger picture when it comes to how to deal with you personally. They're looking at things differently, and they're seeing the bigger picture when it comes to you and them. Okay, they're overcoming challenges that they went through in the past, and it may have been a challenge with you, Capricorn, in particular. And I feel like this person is definitely holding back from you in a way that you never saw them hold back before, but I don't know. The reason why they're holding back is because, look, somebody's going through some type of judgment right now. This is the Judgment card, and it's in the upright. They're good. Somebody's going through an awakening, and it might be this individual that's going through an awakening because they're holding back because they're going through an awakening and they're having a rebirth at this time. They don't want you coming in and ruining that awakening. I have to be honest of what, like, I'm feeling out energy here. All right? They're going through a transformation at this time. And the reason why they're holding back is because I feel like you've been through a lot with this person. And in order for things to change, they need to get their head on right, because this person here, when they are in their own energy and they are happy, they could also make you happy. But if there's two people that are away from each other right now, you and this person, it's not going to work out when both of you are going through a transformation. The reason why that you guys are apart from each other right now, and this person's holding back, which you should be holding back as well, Capricorn, if you want to get back with this person. 12:12 right now, p.m. Eastern time. You might be seeing 12:12, or this person might be seeing 12:12, but either way, it should be resonating towards somebody's story. Where this person had to come through a lot of challenges, and you may have, listen, a lot of challenges, you and them. But in order for this to come back together, you need to work on yourself right now, Capricorn. Because this person is transforming right now. So that way they can be the leader that they are. This person is like listen, this person is able to change lives. They're a natural born leader when they're in their power. They want to get back to how they were before because their energy was thrown off Not just you, but many people was in their energy messing them up. And I need you to realize this. All right? They're listen, they're really hesitating with having a new beginning with you. The full card is new beginning, but when it's in the reverse. This person I don't think wants a new beginning right now because they're working on themselves. And I gotta keep saying it. I know I keep saying it, but I need somebody here to really understand that I know you love this person. This is a love message in particular, or somebody here that you want to come back with. But the reason why it's not happening the time that you want it is because it's divine timing. You don't look at the clock. You could be doing so much better with yourself if you stop paying attention to this situation and focus on what you need to do right now in this moment, which is getting yourself together. That's the most important thing right now. All right. Capricorn, I'm being serious. There's going to be a lot of changes listen, when you come back with this person, it'll be beautiful. My head's starting to listen. This has to be resonating. My hair is starting to stick up. If you come back with this person after you work on yourself, it's going to be beautiful. But you have to work on yourself. Wait for this person to overcome their challenges and their hardships, and they might end up coming back. But I need you to stop. We're in divine timing. There's no timer on divine timing. So right now, you're just going to have to stick it out. What is the advice for Capricorn? You need to forgive yourself, and this person also has to have forgiveness. Listen, you need to forgive the situation or apologize to this person. But even if you can't communicate with them right now, you need to forgive yourself with your own self to be able to move on from the situation and the challenges that you also went through when handling the situation. So Spirit wants you to have more forgiveness in your heart. Open your heart up and stop being so stubborn. Somebody here is very stubborn when it comes to certain situations. You need to have more of a heart, and you got to look at it from this person's point of view as well, not only yours, Capricorn. I see here somebody's also worried about, it's a lot of projection. Put the projection down, sit it up on a table, leave it there to dust away, and have more forgiveness with yourself. Because I see here, you'll start having more, you'll start noticing, big changes once you start forgiving yourself with going about certain situations or handling and dealing with certain situations that don't serve you. You'll start seeing change. All right, what's after Capricorn? It is Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Somebody's dehydrated. Listen, my throat was a little dry, but now it got super dry. Somebody here needs to start drinking more water. You're not drinking enough water, Aquarius. And if you drinking water, you need to stop drinking. Drink some alkaline water or some goddamn Gator. Somebody here does drink it, but I feel like your body gets thrown off when you're not drinking enough water. Okay? You might have to go see a doctor. Somebody here needs to see a doctor. I don't know. That's specific. All right? You might actually be in the hospital. Somebody here might be hospitalized. I don't know. You might be going to the ER this weekend. I don't know where that came from. Either way. All right. What do we have here? A bunch of... Hold on. There's a lot going on in these cards. Aquarius, what do we have here? Listen, I see a lot of money, though. You guys are financially stable right now at this time. So you guys are enjoying the fruits of your labor because there's a lot of abundance of money right now. You're spending time with your family this weekend, and you guys might be going out. I see here that somebody here is going to an amusement park or thinking about going to an amusement park. Some type of water park, all right? You might be live somewhere that's warm. But either way, it is summertime. You might be splurging this weekend and just enjoying the fruits of your labor this weekend and being with family. I do see here, it's a lot of family. And listen, you had a hard work weekend. This is like heavy duty responsibility. It might be extra responsibility, but however, to be stable and financially well, you have to do this work, right? Okay? It might be a repetitive skill that you do. You might be working this weekend. Somebody here makes a lot of money and they're financially stable. and you might work the weekends, but it is paying off. So you're either going out with your family and members and like your wife and your kids. You might be going out, or maybe your husband and your kids. You're going out and you guys are enjoying this weather and just really like enjoying the fruits of your labor. However, I do see a resting period. You might be resting as well. Okay. You might be retreating. Somebody here is retreating. You might be resting. You, however, I just say water park or some type of like park. So you guys might listen. I see here somebody is in the Poconos, or maybe you're going somewhere and retreating. So you might be actually on a vacation with your family and enjoying the fruits of your labor. That's what I see as well. Somebody here, because it's Labor Day, you're actually, somebody here is vacationing. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of different downloads at this time. So if I'm going from one thing to another, it's because I'm receiving all these downloads. You're, I see here somebody might be resting while their family is outside or doing whatever, and then I see a family here that's together and just like splurging and enjoying the fruits of their labor, whether that's going to a water park for a day and then resting later, or however you might actually be on a retreat with your family this weekend. Either or, it is Labor Day weekend, so you really chilling right now because you realize that you're with your soulmate this weekend with the Twin Flames card. All right, you're with your soulmate and you're just in your family, Aquarius, and you're having a good time. You might be somewhere, you might be near water this weekend, okay? And the family card came out. There's no advice on this because right now, like, you're just chilling. Your motivation, we're gonna do a motivational message, matter of fact. What's your motivational message? What's the motivational message for Aquarius for this weekend? You guys are definitely traveling because we also have travel on this card as well. You might be traveling near water. Whatever. Listen, somebody's flip flop I see here is broken. Listen, that you might be at a water park because I feel like every time that I broke my sandal, it was at a water park. I don't know. I'm seeing that here. Somebody's flip flop, like, or maybe it's one of the kids' flip flops. All right. Conscious focus is your motivational message for this weekend. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. All right. So listen, this is your motivational message. All right. And you're going to just just be more cautious about what you think of, because I feel like here, Aquarius, you might be able to easily manifest or just like get whatever you want. Okay. So just be mindful of what you're thinking, because I feel like here, somebody here is thinking of the worst of your travel. Like you might actually be on an airplane or traveling somewhere far where you and your partner is like switching, like rotating on driving or something. And I feel like you're thinking about the worst of the outcome. Maybe like what happens when you drive. Oh, there's not gonna be enough gas. Oh, traffic. Stop worrying about this. Be more open to it, like more positive, like things that you're thinking. Be more cautious of how you're thinking. Okay, because I feel like here somebody's dwelling on something like silly, and it might actually happen if you focus on those situations. All right. Anyways, whatever. What's last? Pisces. Pisces, what is your energy check-in for this weekend? And we're down to Pisces. Finally. All right. Pisces, what is your check-in for this weekend? What is your energy check-in for this weekend, Pisces? What is your check-in for this weekend? You guys are going through a change and embracing the change. I feel like you're embracing a change, Pisces. You have a lot of beginnings and endings going on all around you at this time. All right. And I feel like you're embracing the change to a lot of things that are going on. We had the Hierophant come in. The energy was kind of the energy is kind of iffy here due to the fact that it was kind of like doing in the off center. However, Listen, you're having a lot of forgiveness within yourself, I feel. And I feel like it had to do in regards to possibly your like mindset, maybe. Or maybe just dealing with like a certain way that you were brought up, possibly. Okay, because of the Hierophant here. Um, you're getting out of like social norms and you're looking at certain things differently where it's like you're changing. You're seeing a lot of endings and beginnings, but you're realizing here with the sun that, oh, this got to be resonating. I'm feeling like all these things on my face. That whatever is changing around you right now, that it's for the best, because we have the sun card here. I feel like here, this is energy that's coming into this weekend, going into September. That's what I'm feeling here. Like this energy that's going on this weekend is going to be something that's going to go on through all of September, possibly, or just the beginning of September. The energy is going to linger. All right. And I feel like here there's something you're noticing here, that there's stuff to celebrate at this time, because there's a lot of endings that are going on, but also new beginnings that are going on. And with the Hierophant here, listen, this Hierophant here could be in regards to like how you like grew up, or like the lifestyle that is around you, but you realizing with this change that it's bringing in like a lot of good changes. Like before you were a little skeptical because you were like, it was like possibly a lot of endings going on around you, but you're noticing now that the endings were needed. So you're accepting at this time. Like you're very happy here. You might be going through a rebirth at this time, but it's to better yourself. All right. You're going through a really big like rebirth. You might be changing like how you are and how you look at things, because I feel like here with a lot of endings going on, you're noticing here that it was like for a really big transformation or a whole rebirth, not even just with yourself, but all around you, the energy. What is the advice on this, Spirit? What's the advice for my Pisces? What's the advice? Okay, what's the advice with my Pisces? You guys might be going through a lot of walks. Somebody here is actually, you're going to be outside this weekend enjoying Labor Day, Pisces. All right, you might be getting a lot of like energy from the sun, and you're just, I see here somebody is going to be really like sun gazing. Sun gazing is probably going to be a thing for you this weekend. I don't know where I'm getting that. Listen, your advice is let the cycles end and let the transformations come in. There's going to be a huge transformation. A lot of things are going out into the trash. A lot of things are coming in and changing. But it's a change with the Hierophant that is like for the best. You notice here that there had to be some change in regards to something in particular. It may have been an institution or some type of like, listen, it's a higher status here. Something here needed to change. The trash is out. The newness is coming in. And this thing is for the better. You're realizing here it's for the best. There's cycles being closed out, but there's also new beginnings coming in where you can now, it could be fresh energy. Okay? The trash has been taken out. You know that. You and me both know that. And now new things can come in, so that way things can balance out. The scales can be balanced out here. What's your motivation message? I want to listen with this good energy, and I feel like it's going to be lingering into September. What is your motivational message, Pisces? What's your motivational message? What's your motivational message for this weekend? New adventures. You might be out and doing a lot of adventures right now. And if you can't really go anywhere, you're outside, maybe in your little like area, wherever you're able to go at this time. Even if it's work, you outside, you're sun gazing. You listen, new adventures. Today I open up to myself to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. You're starting to trust your intuition more, Pisces. Over this time, in this time where you're going through these like endings and new beginnings, you're going to start trusting your intuition more and following your heart when it comes to certain situations. Because you're realizing here that there's a lot more than what you experience. There's a lot more. Somebody here is getting a new perspective in regards to some type of energy, some type of situation higher. Like, I don't know. It has to do with something spiritually. Pisces. I don't know. Okay. Me and you would only get this message. Anyways, if it does resonate, guys, please like, subscribe, or comment on my videos. Also, thank you for the support and for the new subscribers. Welcome to my page. And please listen, like I said before, any suggestions, I'm really open to a lot of things. So yeah. Peace out, guys.